Hola controles, bienvenidos a su podcast El After. El de hoy tenemos un invitado muy especial, Philippe Sensifeel. How are you, my friend?
I'm very good, thank you. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, bro, and thank you for having me here.
Welcome in France.
Thank you very much. Well, here basically, my friend, is to people know your story, how you started, where you're from, what was your first approach into music, that magic moment that bring you into this world, and let's walk your career through until today.
All right. Then you wanted me to start from the beginning.
Yes.
So, yeah, well, in the 90s when we started, we started directly with parties with some friends in the area here, and was already the movement with the Spiral Tribe and so on. So we had our movement here in the area near Paris. So we started some party. I was doing at this moment some chill out, psy chill out, dub chill out, and I evaluated. And as soon as I could access to a computer, I directly started to make music in the late 90s. And then in 2003, I could release my first album on Interzone. Was a Swiss label. At this time, I was really proud of releasing my first album, and I started my career by here, and a lot of album and release after this one.
Wow. Yeah, you started like very in the old days. And give us a picture of how was the scene in France at that moment.
Well, at this moment, there were no different style. In the 90s, everything was a rave. It was just a trance party, and there were no techno, no hardcore, no psytrance. Everybody was doing a rave party. And from these parties, lots of DJs started to create different stuff, and the different style by the years and the evolutions started to be created, and all the scenes during the 90s, year after year, spread and create all the scene from all the styles, and everything was new. Everything was magic. The sound, if you compare the production from now, you're gonna say, oh, it's very poor. There is no bass. There is no, it's not strong. But everything was new at this time, and all the sounds was amazing, incredible, because everything was new, and it was a total new universe and a new lifestyle. It was not only about the music; it was a complete lifestyle that we were going into it.
Yeah, the rave style. And at that moment, like, how would you say that were your influences at the beginning?
Well, the first artist I follow was this kind of Slinky Wizard. In the beginning, I was the very beginning was the Bonsai. At this moment was in the first moment I really changed the way I was listening to music was Lunatic Asylum, and with this with this trance sound, and it really created a new step and a new discover in the music and this part of the scene. And from this, many artists go more into the trance, and after this, the Goa, the Psytrance, the full on, etc. And the progressive came really much later, in the maybe 97, 98, something like this, with Atmos, with artists like this, Tarzis, Sonkite, Shiva Chandra, and this was the first really step into a different community, into the Psytrance, into the trance at this moment. And the Goa was to separate with the Goa trance and the progressive trance, this side. And I went more into this side, the progressive.
Yeah, because you started since the beginning with it was like I imagine it was Goa trance.
Yes.
And it was all the evolution, then all the ramifications.
Yeah, then Asterix arrived in the late 90s, in 2000 around. He made his first album. He completely exploded with this style that we call full on at this time. Was a little bit, it's the Psytrance of now. The standard now is it's around the full on, the Psy prog. It's really the base of this music now.
Yeah, he came to change everything, and then there were other like characters that came into the game and started giving their own propositions in different countries.
Yeah, and at this time was also JMS. JMS was very strong, and they create the psychedelic sound in the Psytrance, we can say, with this repeated loop. You could see that when I went in Ibiza in the '99, the influence was so big in the dance floor. When they were playing, you could see the dance floor transforming into a spiral. After a while, after 1 hour or 2 hours of JMS music, you could see the dance floor transforming into a spiral. It was really crazy stuff.
Oh, amazing!
Everybody was dancing side by side, but you could see from the top it was a spiral. That was really crazy. Yeah, and at this moment, the time lapse between when you was making music, you had more time, so the trance was keeping you into it. Now we make a lot of sequence, a lot of breaks, and a lot of the restart after the break is the power of the moment. But at this moment in the early 2000, the Psytrance and this long part of a beat, and that you go into the trance, this is that was making you into the spiral.
Yeah, because back in the old days, all the artists tried to tell a story, and there were long stories.
Yes, back at the time, the track was between 10-12 minutes. It was one track, 12 minutes. Now is 4-5 minutes, maybe 6 in maximum. So it's totally different. Yeah, we change a lot. Also the dynamic. The artists play mostly 1 hour, in the best 1 hour 30 minutes. So yeah, they compact to the best tracks, and it's more on the moment than on the complete set. It's harder to be into a story now, I guess.
Yeah, but that's a little bit of evolution. But let's go back again. So okay, you launched your first album after, and how was back in the old days? How do you learn how to produce? Because we didn't have like all the tools that we have today. So how was that process for you?
Well, we exchange a lot between the artists together. We exchange ideas. It was all about this, about sharing, but physically. We meet and we do music together. We learn on the directly. We learn by ourselves, and with the machine, with the new evolution, we learn step by step. Music evolute with the evolution of the material also. So I got my computer. I was so into the music. That was just my goal to find a way to how to do it, and there was no question of I can't do it.
Yeah, but back on before the 2000s, there were not so many programs to make music.
No, at this time the first was Logic, and then Cubase. That was the main software in the beginning. Then everybody was on Logic on the beginning when Logic was on PC, and then Mac bought the license of Logic. Then all the guys who were on PC went into Cubase, and all the guys on Mac went into Logic. So the two branches of artists, and you had complete different setup when you were on Mac and when you were on PC, because the PC could give you much more facilities. We get the many plugins that they were not licensed or small things, and on Mac it was corporate stuff, and your machine was working very good, no problems, but you couldn't go more far and find little things, some interesting stuff that you could find on the PC. So that was also interesting difference between some artists, because the sound was a little different between Cubase and Logic. And then by the time after, you had Ableton Live arrive, and then Studio One and so on.
Yeah, because you started here since like everything started, when the music production started. So it's very interesting that you share how you were making music, because nowadays.
Yeah, because in the beginning it was only hardware. In the early 90s, end of 80s, early 90s was only hardware music. The first synthesizer arrived, We were doing parties with tape. Not even that was before the DAT was the tape, and then the DAT, and then the CD, and then the mini CD, and then after we went into the numeric, and now everybody plays all with the computer setup or the USB key.
Yeah, totally. And going back in the old days, can you share which one was your first international party?
My first international party, I could say, I think was in Germany, in Köln. Was a Soma festival. It was S.O.M.A, and it was a cultural festival based on trance music, but with like circus and concert and some Tibetan troops coming with doing the vocals, this kind of stuff. It was really interesting that was the concept of this kind of festival. So we did it for a few years with my friend in Germany. And then after it transformed to Nomad Festival.
Wow.
Native of Music, Art and Dance. That was the name.
Nice. So that was your first international party. And so you started like first like local gigs and everything. Then you just started to go to Germany.
Yeah, the local gigs. First I made my own parties with my friends and then started the local gigs. But with my music I went directly because I released in Switzerland label. So I go directly to play in Swiss and Germany a lot the first years. And my music was more into the public in Germany than in France. In France was really hard music still. But so it was hard to make the space in the French business. But that's why I play a lot in Germany first and then Swiss and also Brazil and so on.
Tell us about your first experience in Mexico.
In Mexico was particular because I had a very good friend, an artist, Odiseo. I met him in the Universo Paralelo in Brazil, and so after we met, I went to his home. We made some music together. We had this project Sensifeel, Odiseo and Sensifeel. And so he introduced me to everybody there. We made a really crazy party. He bring me to Tepoztlan, where I found a guy selling my CD in the Tepoztlan market, and it was incredible for me to find, from a guy from Paris, from so far away from Mexico, from a village in Tepoztlan in the little market, and he was so proud, so happy to meet me, and it was really funny and nice experience. And I have also some crazy one. If you want some crazy story about Mexico, it's a crazy country, full of happiness and love. And what I like the most in Mexican is same like the French. We like to laugh together. We like to make jokes on each other. And directly when I arrive, I meet all these nice DJs and friends. We become directly friends and make jokes like we knew each other for forever. And this was incredible feeling that in the other side of the world, I could meet the friends like the same like my friends in France. And it was incredible to feel that the Psytrance family was so big around the world. Everywhere I travel to meet all these nice friends was very nice. And Mexico particularly was... I met really nice people and we met some nice parties, but at this time was really small parties with at some house, some private location, but really crazy one.
I'm very happy that you had very good experiences in Mexico. Crazy ones, but good ones.
Yeah.
That's the most important. And so yeah, you met the ones that started the scene in Mexico, so like Odiseo.
Odiseo, Basic.
Yeah, Odiseo and Basic is like they started everything.
Yeah, it's good guys.
Yeah.
Also JNX at this time.
Yeah,
GZR continue a little, but they separate. Was a good guys.
Yeah, they were good parties, but I'm happy that the two guys that I know, they're already into.
And Nizel also, you know Nizel?
No, I haven't had the pleasure.
Yeah, because he was living in Swiss also for a long time. But he was doing music also with Ulysses, Sky-Fi.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, back in the old days. So then, okay, you were doing your career, playing internationally, as your solo project.
Yeah, at this time I had two projects. I was doing Sensifeel and Cyclone with my friend Renan. He's also a French friend from we made music from the beginning together. And so I was playing this both project everywhere, and that was very nice to travel. And I was really proud to travel with my music. And at this time was not much DJs in the catalog, so it was very good to be one of the guy who opened some doors and opened some countries to the scene. So like in Australia, it was really amazing to be one of the first there and play the Psytrance in the Maitreya Festival. It was very, very nice.
Oh, that's amazing. Yeah, because like I'm telling you, you have a lot of experience and you have played all over the world, and it's amazing that you have all these big stories. So okay, you have both projects, and at what time the Cyclone project ended?
Well, we didn't really end it. It's just my friend chose a different path. We both had kids, and he has another job, so he had just not much time to sit with me and make music. And we were not at this time. I moved from this place, so we were living in different place. So it was more difficult to make music. We didn't have this accessibility at this time, just making music by the computer and internet. So we had to meet physically to make music at this time. So year after years, we just stopped doing music, and I focused on the Sensifeel more. So I joined both projects in Sensifeel for many years.
Yeah, I think that's a good person. I understand. Back in the old days, you need to be in the studio like for weeks or months together.
Yeah.
And yeah, what's the old days? Maybe the guys that listen to us are like, didn't you have Teams and Zoom?
No, not yet. We didn't have this kind of stuff.
Yeah, and to send a track, it took forever.
Forever, yeah. When you had to send all the channels, forget. At this time, you need 2 days. As soon as you go over 30 channels, it's very difficult.
Yeah.
But now you can see in 5 minutes now you can send. So it's total different job. You can even share on the same program, like on Presonus or Logic, or all this program. You can make a share program and do it live together on the same. So it's total different way of working now. It's so much more. So much easier, so much more easiness.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, but it is what it is. It has been changing a lot, and you had some experience making like local parties. So you already had the experience like playing and making parties in France. And at what time you started with the VOOV of before the VOOV? Let's go into the party organizations.
Party organization. Well, like I said in the beginning, I started directly by organizing this party in the early 90s, and then all the beginning of my career, sometimes I organized some parties, but was punctually like private, but good parties was nice. And then after I moved to different part of the organization in Germany. I work with the decor, I work with the management, I work with the building, I work also with the sound system. So I really tried all the parts on the organization. And by the opportunity, I started also my a series of party. What the name was Hot in Paris. Was in 2014. We did this for 1 year, every Friday. It was a very good success for a Psytrance party at this time, because that was the really restart of this new dynamic of music. And after this, I started the Namaste party in Bordeaux. We had also the Psy Tribe party in Köln, in Cologne, in Germany. And in 2013, we did Nomad Sundance in Turkey. I forgot one before, was the Aurora Festival in Greece. It was a crazy festival with a crazy guy. That was a good experience at the end, but that was it has been difficult for me to digest. It's a long story. And then after we did this festival in Turkey, and we had the opportunity to go into the VOOV festival. Then this was 11 years ago now. And we continue now the VOOV festival, and we try to. My opinion is this festival is something we carry, and so we try our best to make it the best the time we do it, and it's gonna be until the next people who's gonna take care of this festival, because this festival is so special that it's gonna have to stay alive. This is kind of the line of the Psytrance. If this festival is alive, everything is alive. Kind of, like it's more than a festival, we can say.
Right. And how was the experience like to take the organization? And how was that process to take it, like to take the name, to take everything?
Well, it's the Scotty and Amrisha. They were doing the festivals. At the beginning was Ontaro, Scotty, and Amrisha in '91. VOOV festival is the first Goa festival, starting in '91. And after, so they continue, they make it grow. They really started a lot of things with this festival, a lot of new things in the art, in the decor, in the music. They put a lot of new artists that went into the scene because of this festival all around the world. It's not only about in Germany, it's really all around the world, because at this time it was the only big festival then. Other big festival arrive, like the Boom or Zora, but they arrive after. And so after a while, the first team separate. Only Amrisha and Scotty stay together. And then after Amrisha, Scotty separate, then Scotty was not enough alone to continue in this festival, so we just take over it with him.
That's nice.
You can say.
Yeah, because it's a lot of responsibility. You're taking history, man.
Yeah. You can see as soon as we walk on the VOOV directly, you can see the effect it has on the DJ, the artist from all over the world. They want to play in the VOOV because it's one of the festival you need to do as an artist.
And how was the experience of the first VOOV that you took? Because
that was really very big, because we had we make a really big lineup with 2 stage, with 3 stage, with the best decor, with Maïmoa and Karin from Art Escape. Was very well for me. Was I know all the DJ from Germany from my career, from all the gigs I made it. We are friends, so I just put all my friends on the lineup, so it was very good to make the first VOOV and the next, because also of this I could we create the family of VOOV again, and it's very good. It's a very nice feeling.
Yeah, that's a very nice experience, because it's a lot of responsibility, because it's not something that you were creating yourself. It already had a name, it already had something, so you have a line.
Yeah, and we had to rebuild this festival, because it was fading, and the last year was really difficult. 1 year he couldn't do it because he lost too much. So when we restarted, we had to rebuild all the story and recreate the magic around the VOOV, and that was a hard part of the process, because sometimes we invest a lot and we lose a lot in the beginning to restart all the story, and some friends had some fading, and we had to encourage them to remind them what was the VOOV, and the importance of VOOV into what we were doing was more than just organizing a party. It was the people have to give to the VOOV.
How do you say that Well, this is more like a tip for music organizers, because a lot of people in the scene wants to make parties. Also, it's part of the show. And you have been working on local parties and the VOOV festival, so you have like all the information. What you consider will be like the most important things to consider at the moment of making a party? It doesn't matter the size of the party.
That's a good question, because it's important, and I think the last year we lost it a little bit. The organizer, because they wanted, because the thing is, we have to find the right balance between the cost of the DJs and the production you need to do, because the Psytrance has codes. We need nice decor, psychedelic decor, like this kind of stuff. That brings the color of the Psytrance and bring the magic, the colors, the lights, the heart around. And so it's important that the organizer respect all these codes, because otherwise it's like changing the product. You know, it's like you make you want to sell a deux chevaux for a Porsche. You know, it doesn't work. You know, when it's not only about the artist, it's not only about the fame, about the ego. It's about the trends, about the concept around this. Like we said in the beginning, it's a lifestyle. So all in the beginning, when we were doing trance, all the artists were on the same level. The artists on the decor, the artists on the DJ, and then the fame arrived, the light arrived on the stage, and then the DJ started to take too much fame compared to the other ones. So at the end, the organizer couldn't give the right product. They had too much budget into the DJs and no space for the decor, not enough space for the light. And so it corrupts a little bit the product of Psytrance. And that's just my opinion, because I do organization, and I think the Psytrance, when we want to make it work, it can't be only about the benefits or the profits you're gonna take in the end. So it's all about, you're gonna take this profit when you give the right product. If you give only the music, it's gonna be compared to all the other style. When we have the complete concept, the Psytrance is really special and gives something really different and much larger than the other style of music.
And how do you manage, if you divide 100%, how much do you invest in deco? Like, for example, in experience. Like the venue takes a big part, and then the artist takes big part. But how much do you separate for it?
We can say it's easy. More you put in the decor, more the people remember about your event, because the DJs, they're gonna see it in every event. So more you're gonna change the experience of the people, more they're gonna feel it and remember it. If it's only about the DJs and about the music, the DJs, they're gonna see it everywhere, but what you're gonna create on your party with the decor, with the DJs, with the heart, with the magic you want to create inside, this the people will remember forever. And the DJs, they will see in every parties, even the best. So when all the keys are together, when the concept is together, the DJ bring the magic. And when you have the magic, it's something you don't see nowhere else. And you don't feel nowhere else in other style.
Yeah, totally. Because I think the festivals that have been long time, like Osora, Boom, VOOV, they're timeless festivals because they keep like the.
You can see the codes are respected. They are all there. The decor, the shops, all the people who walk around the ecosystem of Psytrance. They are all here. And this is important to have all these people also for the smaller party. So that's why everybody has to understand that it's a together party. It's a together project.
Yeah, totally. How long does it take you to plan like a book festival?
It's the first year was longer and harder, of course. But every year, as soon as every year, or even before the festival starts, we are already working for the next year. So it takes all the year to work on it. And we improve, so it's there is some stuff that are established and they're gonna stay every year. But every year we try to improve many of the parts. So every year you have to find new ideas, a new concept, new.
Yeah, because things are changing. You need to get a little bit more modernized with.
Also, the technique brings you a lot of different perspective of what you can do in the light, in the mapping, in the decoration, and so you have to evaluate your organization and your festival have to evaluate also like a DJ on the same. You have to evaluate with the progress.
And how do you manage like having both careers? Because you started as a DJ producer, now you're a party organizer. How do you divide yourself?
Well, that's very difficult, to be honest. I had to slow down all the travel and so on because I have no time. So I focus to play on mostly on the party I organize because I have a lot, and around I can still take some gigs, but all the time I'm on the next party. Every day is the next party going, so or it's the promotion or the design or the booking or whatever, but it's always the next party already on. So, and I have a kid, I had a family, so it takes also a lot of time. So I decided 13 years ago to slow down with my personal career and to focus on the organization and to make the music for the event I was playing. So for a while it was enough, and now I decide to push again my personal career, and so we're gonna see what's coming. The Sensifeel.
No, I know that good things are coming, and now that you have so much styles and you have like work all around all these years, now that you're going back into production, how do you decide what to do? Because you have what is working in different festivals.
Well, I'd never stop doing production. I just stop looking for gigs or taking some gigs that were too far and too much complicated in my organization. But I never stop making music. Now I'm gonna have more time for my family. My kids are older, so I have more time to spend on the music again and to look for some gigs and travel.
Oh, that's good. And if somebody doesn't know your music, which top 3 tracks do you recommend if someone wants, okay, I want to live the Sensifeel experience?
If you want well, I would say The Innocence. I have so many tracks, and it's really a different period of my production. If you my last double album reflect everything from all my career is My Soul and Alien Theory. There you can find all my music and all the style. There is some music more slow, more psy, more progressive, and is all my temperatures.
Yeah, but it's easy when you share like a track itself, so people go into Spotify, whatever platform, and hear it like, yeah. And I make this question to be like easy to track.
You can look for Elegance, the track called Elegance, or yeah, you can look on these 2 albums. You can check it easy on the Spotify, whatever, YouTube or anywhere else, Beatport, Alien Theory and My Soul, Sensifeel. You have each is 12 tracks, I think. So you have a lot. You have enough, and it's like a resume of my career in these 2 albums.
Your biography.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
Until today.
Yeah.
Oh, that's very good. Yeah, just to make things easier. Just a track, they hear, oh, I like that track, and they stay.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I hope they stay.
They will. I'm sure you have like very good music and a lot of experience, man. So
thank you.
You're welcome. And also, I think it's since you're exposed to too much music, like listen to artists, book them.
I receive a lot of music. Yeah.
Yeah, and then you need to like disconnect totally so you can go into the creative process, and that music lives in your mind, like what you hear, and maybe
I get a lot of influence. That's why sometimes it's difficult when I start a track to decide, oh, should I go progressive or should I go psy or should I go minimal or whatever, because I like them all. You know, all my friends make a different style of music, and I like them. I like all the Psytrance, from fast to slow, to harder to more cool, more poetic, more commercial. I like them all. So. Sometimes it's difficult to decide where I go when I start a track, but by the flow, the track and the feeling decide from the first sound you do and you start to build.
Yeah, totally. Also using your experience as I made the same question on the festival organization. Now, as a producer, what do you think is essential for a producer now in these days? When
Curiosity.
Curiosity.
Yes. Not stay on the standards, because now the standards are made to be broken, and the new generation say, okay, we need to, after the COVID, where everybody was really frustrated, like a bubble explode, and the kids just say, okay, I want to break the rules, I want to break the codes, and that's what you need to do. Is okay, I like this style of music, but if I like to put some jazz into it or these vocals, that doesn't mean in the beginning nothing, but when you bring it into the style and with transformation, you're gonna make something good of it. So it's really the curiosity to look for different things. You look for things deeper and not be blocked by a system.
Oh yeah, I totally agree, and I've seen a lot of new concepts where they merge different styles, and the guys from the old school is like, no, that's not the sound of the music.
We can't listen to these people, otherwise we don't do nothing. All along my career, many people say, yeah, you don't do Psytrance because this track was not psy enough for them, or you don't do progressive because this one was not prog enough. If you listen to people who say it is no good. Psytrance is the most rich style you can open. There is no format. It's just a vibe, you know. And when you make the music, you know it. When you feel it, you know that you can. There is no limits in the creativity.
Yeah, totally. No, and I like to do that, but since I'm in this where there are a lot of comments and everything, but yeah, I think the thing is to bring your own thing to the plate and let's see how it goes.
Yeah, the thing is to do something you love. Is not if you start to listen to the people. Okay, my music is not good enough for this or this. It depends how you want to make music. If you want to make music, the music you feel, or if you want to, okay, I want to release my music on spin twist. If you want to release your music on spin twist, you have to make spin twist style music. And then you have to focus on this and try to copy or be on the same vibe of this label music. If you want to release on Iboga, you're gonna have to copy the style of Iboga. Otherwise, they're gonna say, "Yeah, this is not what we like." And at the end, that's why also, and we have this opportunity now, and this is a big luck. Now you can create your own label and release your own track and say fuck off to everybody. Make everything by yourself, but you don't have the support and the network from established label. So it's something. It depends if you feel strong enough. Not only about the music, it's about the character now. It's not only about the music. You have to be strong, character, and on your project totally has to be strong.
Oh yeah, I fully agree. Not talking about experiences. Can you share like a very good experience as a DJ, like, or as a producer, an event that changed your life when you were playing?
Well, there is three big events that changed my life. The first one was in Ibiza. It was not really. It was not established event. There was at this time we were doing private parties, and this was in a beach in Ibiza on the top of a hill. And at this time, I bring in Ibiza the first CDGs, and everybody was still playing on that. So when I play with the CDG, I play in all parties, and they were like, "Wow, we can play with the CDG, so let's bring Sensifeel." And so I played in all parties, and on these parties, the organizers say, "Okay, that's the time of Sensifeel." But there were all the TAP and the English power there. They wanted to control all the scene, and they didn't want to let me play. And the organizer, and I was playing already for an hour and a half. And the guy come and try to kick me out from the stage. You know, he start to put his music, and the organizer arrive, and all the people from the dance floor arrive, and they say, "No, we want him, and they kick out the old guys, and I continue play 3 hours more. Was the most amazing party. It was really crazy. I was really young, and I was shy with all these big guys coming and wanted to take my place because they saw that I was doing good, so they wanted to take my seat. And I felt really nice when the organizer and the public comfort me, and it changed all my and it comfort my decision to go into this career life, because I knew that I was made for this.
Oh, that's an amazing story. Well, that's for the Ibiza. And the next one?
And the next one, then after was Ozora Festival. Before was Universo Parallelo in 2007. It was really an amazing experience, because when you arrive there, you have really a long way. When you arrive from Bahia, you have 6 hours more by bus in the countryside of Brazil. It's really poor, and when you arrive at the festival, is really crazy, because you're like in a bubble. You forget everything. Anywhere else, there is nothing else. You're in the festival, in a bubble of paradise, with people in bikini dancing in the beach feeding, with the best decoration, best place, lots of smiley people on the happiness. And you say that when you're with your friends in France in a after party, and the party was nice, and you sit on the field and you discuss about what would be the best ever party. I would like beach. I would like a woman in bikini, beach, sun, smile, nice music, nice deco. And you say, but this is Universo Parallelo. And when you're there, it's like a dream come true. It's really amazing. So it's really something special in my career. And then after was Ozora, the biggest scene I ever played for a Psytrance exclusive festival. And when it was 35,000 people, I almost puked before playing. I was shaking, and when I play, it was just incredible to play your own music there. It was just magic.
Oh yeah, they're amazing places, and I'm so happy that you had that experience, because it gives you a lot of tools. And on the moment organizer, you take like the best of every festival and try to do it on your ones, and what is important to the audience, what is important to the DJ, what is important to everybody. So that's amazing. And the other side of the moon, that not so good experiences as a DJ producer.
Well, there were many, but the most surprising was a party in Toulouse. I was booked, and the organizer was not a big organizer, so he organized in 2 months a small party in a club. But I don't know, he probably didn't have good connection with the other organization but they make a free party in the front of this party, and with the same style of music, and I was the main artist, and in my party was nobody, just nobody. Only the 20 people was the 20 friends of the organizer.
Wow,
that was really terrible. Hard moment. You can see yourself in the mirror then.
Yeah, but you managed to play. You're like, okay.
Well, I said to the organizer, I can, if you want, I don't play. You don't pay me, I don't play. There's nobody. But he asked me to play, so I played for the 20 people, and that was a great moment. After all, was more difficult, but that was an interesting moment of my career, we can say.
Yeah, but I think everybody has those kind of moments.
I think so, yeah. And the thing is, with the festival scene, it's a little bit disturbing the market, because in the festival there is lots of people in some festivals, so the artists take a lot of money, and the fees become problematic on the organization. Mostly when these artists who take so much money in festival want to take the same in smaller clubs, so it's very difficult. The value of an artist is totally different when it comes to festival and when it comes to yourself. When the party is on yourself and when the party is on the festival with like 100 names, is totally different. And sometimes with the bookers, more bigger you get, more agent you get, more people you have to pay, and so the fee get bigger and bigger and bigger. But the problematic is for the organizer is not worth to make parties, because at the end you can make you can make the biggest party, but your average to start make benefits is too high. So because the artist costs too much, and you can't give the total the total concept of the project. So you correct the project. So it's important for the artist and for all this to find the right balance, and to and also the agent not to be too much. Don't want to eat too much.
Yeah, I think the summary of all of this conversation is the balance.
Yeah,
balance.
it's a question of balance, absolutely.
It's a question
and
of balance.
Respecting the other in the process. Because sometimes some artists, big names, they fail, the organizer lose, but they still get the money. But the organizer fail. And for me, as a DJ, you're part of a whole concept, and I remember back at the time, all the artists was participating when in the Psytrance scene. When the party was failing, all the artists was participating, taking less fees, and that because everybody was in the concept, and they understand that if you fail, it's not only about your name, it's about also the promotion from the organizer, but it can be also about your name. It's not strong enough, so you have to understand this and respect what's happening.
Yeah, because you cannot get the same fee if it is a small party in a club outskirts France.
You can't ask the same fees when it's 1,000 people and when it's 5,000 or 15,000 festival people. It's not possible. Simple. Otherwise, you're gonna make the entrance for this club party for 1,000. The entrance gonna be much too much, because it's not mostly the parties is not only about one name. It's about the people come for a night, a complete night, not only for 1 hour set. Because after the 1 hour set, there is more time to stay in the party and enjoy the party. So
just live the experience.
Let's live the experience, VOOV experience.
Yeah, totally. No, that's the reason you have VOOV experience, because you managed to get a balance between deco experience for the DJ, experience for the guest that is attending, to have a good experience, have a good time, and remember and look for the next one always.
Absolutely, it's always the next one, because what you did, it's what you did. It's not what you will do.
And during all those years, did you have some time like planning to stop from doing music and events?
This is a good question, because I think I'm a sensitive person, and sometimes when you have strong things happening in the life or in your career, the doubts, it's a part of the musician life, the artist life. the doubt, of course, because you're judged on what you do, and of course you need to be confident on what you do to sell it right. But sometimes it's difficult because the judgments are very difficult in the socials. Sometimes the people are very hard. Or, for example, when you make a track and you want to release on this label and you say, yeah, this track is not so good. And at the end, the track is good, but not for this label. And so it's important to find the right balance. But to be honestly, when the terrorist attack happened in Paris, this was very close to my house. I was really scared for my kid, for my family. And I really sought to change everything and to make a safe security life, no problem. No, I really thought about it, and also like for example, when I was doing the hot parties, we did 1 year full on very good parties, and then we changed club, and all the profits from this 1 year parties we lost it in one party, and then for sure. At this moment, I was really down, and I was very close to stop everything. But I think in this moment, you need to be patient and wait and continue working on what you do and what you like, and the opportunity comes. It's a question of karma, I guess, when you give, and the life gives you back.
Yeah, karma and dharma, but yes, yeah, totally. Yeah, you have been in a lot of experiences, and also it's too hard to be so hard is to keep so long time in this business.
That's the hardest. That's why also it was a good opportunity for me to have worked in all part of the organization, and I knew the fame, I knew the down, and I lived all parts of as a decorator, organizer, as an artist, as a DJ. So I can take the place of the other one. So sometimes it's good to understand the situation and to face the situation when you can see all the sides. You can see that there is different solutions. Sometimes yours doesn't work, then you take another one, or you try something else. Some artists change project, change the name, restart a new project, or change the style. They go to techno or blah blah blah. But
it's a question of
it's too much inside me, when last year I had a really big problem of health. I had some moment I felt like I was not anymore in power to continue, and but in the next morning I wake up and I knew with the first message I got from the friends, from the DJ, from my friends, I organized party. I know it's my life. It's too much my life. It's everything for me. So
yeah, because as we have said, you have a lot of experience, you have a lot of friends, a lot of connections all over the world. And also is the good thing about the Psytrance family, that you have family all over the world.
Yeah, and I have really true friends. Now sometimes it's difficult because they are far away. So the only connection you're gonna get is a FaceTime video. So, but at the end, when I have my friends here, sometimes I don't see them for months, and it's exactly the same at the end.
Yeah, that doesn't end.
That's the best part of being a DJ and meeting all these people around the world. We meet really incredible people.
Yeah, that's amazing. No, and I'm happy that you're feeling better and you're back in your feet and you're back with new ideas,
new spirit also. I feel like after. I'm like doing a reboot of my energy, because I gave so much energy in all the organization, in the music, and to stay on the line and continue doing what I love. Then I think at some point my body was exhausted, and so I feel like after a hard moment and hard pain, I can, it's a new spirit coming in. I have a new flame, you can say. The flame never stopped, but the flame is growing, is big again.
I'm so happy to hear that. And now, what's coming for you? What are your plans?
Well, there is so many plans now. Of course, the VOOV Festival. The VOOV Festival will be forever my biggest accomplishment, I guess, as the organizer. And we're gonna carry it until as long as we can, and the best as we can. And of course, the next Namaste in Bordeaux in January with Blastoise, Enrique Camacho, or the next VOOV party, the 5 December in Köln with Avalon, Ronji, Zcat. This the very nice party in my friend club, the Schroti Club, crazy place, man. If you have the opportunity to go there, it's funny because before he had it's a tire place, a garage place, for cars, broken cars.
Yeah.
And we went there, he had this tire business, and I tell him, yeah man, this place is crazy. It would be really funny to make a club. And some years after, he said, man, I'm gonna do a club here. He buy all the place around, and in this garage with broken cars, he built a fucking club. This crazy place, this for sure we can forget to do this in France. It's impossible. But he made it in Germany. You have decoration with a limousine as a chill out. You have a broken police cars on the top. And he built inside 3 rooms for top quality, bring the best DJs. This location is really crazy and is one of the best club in the world, for sure. It's a really crazy place.
Wow. Yeah, as you can see, they keep finding an opportunity.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, because I imagine it wasn't that very expensive because nobody wanted that. So he make the investment.
No, it was for sure nobody could get the idea to make a club there. And there was it was so much building to change everything to make it legal. And now it's all legal, and it's just crazy. It's just crazy that he could make it.
Yeah, I hope I can go soon.
Yeah.
To that club. Wow, very, very nice stories, man. And I'm very happy that you're back and you have all full power with music. I hope you start traveling.
Thank you very much.
VOOV also amazing. I hope I'm going to be in the next. I want to visit.
You're more than welcome.
Thank you very much. Philippe, I want to thank you for sharing all your stories, all your experiences. Yeah, we can talk for hours and hours.
Yeah,
because you have a lot of stories, but I wanted to have this chat with you so they can a little bit of you, of your career, how you started, how you developed, how you started into music organization, production, and playing as a DJ. I don't know, is there something else that you want to share as some message to the audience?
I would say stay curious. The curiosity, and you're gonna keep your mind open in all ways. It's not only about Psytrance, it's about life. And the curiosity open new doors and create new paths for your life and for your project. It's important to keep this in the Psytrance or in your life.
Yeah, totally. And what are your social media? Where can people come follow you?
You can follow me on everything is on my sensifeel.info website and my label website, onefilmmusic.com. On all the social, I'm Sensifeel or Sensifeel Music. So it's very easy.
Okay, yeah, I will put the links and everything so people can follow you. Man, thank you so much for this opportunity.
It's a great pleasure.
And also for having me in France, and it's massive. This guy is amazing. It's an amazing guy. And yeah, we're looking forward for your new music, for all the parts that you have on your plate, and only light and success for the 2026. And I hope I have the opportunity to go to one of your parties.
And I hope we're gonna meet in your country.
You have a house in Monterrey. You have a barbecue, or if you go to Mexico City, you can travel. It's a short flight. Then we can have some tacos and have a good time with all the.
Do you know Milo?
Milo? No.
From Monterrey.
No.
DJ was the whole time DJ. Now he's not doing DJ anymore, but that's
No.
Jamiro was a good guy.
Yeah, maybe I can look for him, but he's not longer active.
No.
Yeah, but you have a house in Monterey, or if you go to Mexico City, we can have a great time with Odiseo and with Basic, and those guys they keep on the loop and the scene.
Yeah, the very nice guy. I'm gonna be happy to meet them again after so long.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I'm going to tell them that I met you and have a good time, and also I'm sure they want to look the podcast because they want to know your story.
Yeah, I'm sure they're gonna make some jokes like back on the old times. It's gonna be funny.
That's for sure.
To connect again.
Yeah, because we're a Psytrance family. But let me close the episode in Spanish. A todos los que vieron o escucharon este podcast, sigan a Philip Sensifeel en todas sus redes sociales. Aquí se los comparto. Denle like y compartan para que eso siga creciendo. Y nos vemos en el próximo capítulo. Hasta luego.
Hasta luego.